Let me start this video in the style of the one and only Itchy Boots. So, hello internet, it's 8:33 in the morning and welcome back to the channel.
If you love riding motorcycles but hate risking your expensive smartphone on a handlebar mount, this video is for you. So today we are testing the Carpuride W702Pro, a waterproof Android Auto and Apple CarPlay screen dedicated to motorcycles. But quickly before we dive in, a small technical note. I'm doing this as a voiceover today. The audio from my helmet mic on this ride was, let's say, less than ideal, and I just wanted you to hear this clearly, so you're stuck with my studio voice. Let's get into it. So for the last 5 years, my phone has been my co-pilot. I have used apps like the OsmAnd Plus for offline maps, and it works great. I have also used Google Maps, also works great on the phone. Because phones have pros. You always have it with you and your favorite apps are right there. But the cons are getting harder to ignore. Phones are fragile and getting expensive. Even with vibration dampeners, hard off-road riding could destroy camera sensors. Plus, rain is always a gamble with charging ports. Additionally, when you look at the current motorcycle market, unless you own a new Honda Africa Twin, very few motorcycles offer that seamless Android Auto experience on their dashboard. We need a bridge between the bike and the phone. Enter the Carpuride. This is designed to solve exactly that problem. It is built for riders. It is waterproof, glove-friendly, and compatible with your helmet comms. If you never used Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, think of it as mirroring your phone's best features, maps, Spotify, audiobooks, messaging apps, onto an external screen with a simplified, safer interface. You keep your eyes up and you can use your voice commands to get things done. Now, full transparency. Carpuride sent me this device for testing. I didn't pay for it, but they didn't pay me to say nice things either. You are getting my 100% honest opinion. This specific unit is the 7-inch Pro model with tire pressure monitoring sensors. It retails around €300 or $350 US. However, if you like what you see, I have a 30% discount code in the description below. It is Gamonie30, Gamonie30. It brings the price down significantly, makes for a pretty solid Christmas gift for yourself or the rider in your life. All right, let's see what's in the box. All right, this is the device. It's coming from a company called Carpuride, and this is the model 702 Pro plus tire pressure monitoring sensors. Okay, so first some screen protection. You can throw it out. Okay, this is also some screen protection. And then it's the device itself. I see that by default it has a RAM mount on the back, and the power is by default as a connection to your battery. But I know that in this box I should also find another cable that would allow me to connect this device directly to my USB port on KTM. So I will be definitely using this one. What else is in the box? 2 of those tire pressure monitoring sensors, 2 brackets that will allow you to mount the device either on your handlebar, and then you can adjust the position of the screen, or if you have a bike like T7, then you also have this kind of a bracket that you can mount on the bar that is for the navigation mounting. This works for bars that are 12, 18 or 22 millimeters. There is a rubber inside, so it will also nicely reduce vibrations and it will keep your navigation in place. What else? A fuse if you would like to connect the screen directly to your battery, some screws for the bracket, and some tools as well. And that is everything. Yep. I want to show you the user interface and how fast it boots up. So I am starting it right now. Using some video editing magic, I have already cut out the process of connecting this to my phone and then downloading some updates, because all you need to do is connect it to your home Wi-Fi, and then through settings you are able to download over-the-air updates, and that happens really fast. You can see on the top already the unit has found the Android Auto, which is on my phone, and now the screen that you probably know pretty well from your car if you have Android Auto. And this basically is a mirroring of the Android Auto apps that you have on your phone. So for example, of course, I have Google Maps here, I have Spotify, yeah, I have OsmAnd and many other maps and apps. So for example, if I go to menu, I will see I have my audiobooks, I have the messenger, some radio stations, weather reports, phone, obviously, messages, ways for navigating as well. So all of the usual suspects, and the unit works pretty fast. So for example, if I will just ask it to find the route to a destination, it is working as it probably is supposed to be working. Everything is super easy. The buttons are big. What I found is that you cannot use two fingers to zoom in or zoom out. You need to use the buttons on the screen if you want to zoom out. But besides that, everything works as expected. So for example, if I have GPS tracks here, I can just go to the menu and then just open up the GPX and probably also navigate first towards the beginning of the track and then along the track. The interesting part is that you can also connect to Bluetooth enabled communicators, so you and your passenger could listen to the same music as you go. This is also the screen that will provide you the info about the tire pressure, and you have a compass here as well. Settings, language, wallpaper, the system updates that are again over the air, which is super convenient. What is interesting, you also have a pretty extensive equalizer here with the presets. This is rock, let me check, classic music, standard, custom, soft, and so on and so on. Okay, let's talk about installation. It is ridiculously easy. It took me about 10 minutes. You get two different brackets in the box, and I just powered it via my OEM USB port. Paired with my phone, paired with my helmet, and boom, we are live. The screen brightness is impressive, and yes, it actually works with gloves. That's great. For this test, I switched to Google Gemini as my voice assistant, and obviously it worked flawlessly. I could set destinations, change Spotify playlists, and ask random questions without ever taking my hands off the bars. So was my experience perfect? Yes and no. Here is the main gripe. The unit does not automatically switch the map to the dark mode when the sun goes down. At night, the bright white map is blinding and unsafe. But there is a fix. You have to go into the Android Auto settings on the device and manually force dark mode. Once I did that, Google Maps, Waze or OsmAnd looked great at night. Just need to remember to switch it if you are planning to ride past the sunset. One more topic, phone battery. After a 25 minutes commute, the wireless connection drained about 7% of my phone's battery. Since your phone is doing the heavy lifting for GPS and data, for long touring days, you absolutely need to have your phone plugged into a charger on the bike. So, is the Carpuride W702Pro worth the cash? If you are tired of vibration anxiety on your phone camera, or you just want that modern car dashboard experience on your motorcycle, then absolutely yes. Carpuride also makes this in 5 and 6-inch versions. There are dedicated BMW mounts, so there is something for every setup. If you want to grab one, use that link in the description to save 30%. It saves you money and helps support the channel with a small commission, which I really appreciate. Thanks for watching, ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!